Hey guys, 681 Shadow, your coach of the Connecticut Krookodiles, and we are here for EBT Moon Division Season 5, Week 4, and we're facing off against Money Guy, coach of the Washington Whiscash. He's a divisional rival, so this is a very important match for us to try to get out of last place in our division here, because we are sitting at 1 and 2 right now, just losing a close match against Hiker Toad in Week 3. So, before I get started here, I'll have to see at the time of this recording. I'm not sure if Money Guy has any links that I want that I could have in the description, whether it be his his YouTube, Twitter, etc. But if he does, that will be there. So definitely go check that out. Also, make sure to go check out my Discord. Go join that if you want to basically talk to me whenever, because I'm usually on there. But now to go over the team we brought. So we decided to bring Hale this week. So first off, we have a Bear Tick here, which is expert belt with basically coverage moves for a good amount of his team. With we do have Bulldoze for the Heatran because Beartick does not get Earthquake, which kind of sucks. But then we have like things like Night Slash for the Uxie and other stuff like that. Then the Mega Abomasnow, we have mixed attacking, max HP, max special attack. Wood Hammer can do lots of Blastoise and really just anything that doesn't really resist it. So Mega Abomasnow can put in work if I could read some switches right. Then next up we have Excadrill. Excadrill is we are speed creeping Adamant Bulu, and that will definitely come into play during this match, but I'll go in more on that. But otherwise, I'm max attack Adamant, speed creeping the Bulu. Well, actually, I'm not sure if I'm Adamant. No, I think I'm Jolly. I think I had to be Jolly for this, but we have speed creeping Adamant Bulu with the drill, and then max attack, and I put the rest into HP on the Excadrill. So definitely a fun Excadrill set. But next up we have Togekiss, which is going to be I believe I made it Spadef or something. I'm actually forgetting how I did EVs on Togekiss. I just know it was able to take some hits. Actually no, I think Togekiss was Fizz Def this week, if I'm correct. Fizz Def for things like the Machamp. So then next up we have the Rotom Heat. We're running Scarf this week. Scarf Rotom Heat just because of the fact that we have some very fast mons on his team. Like Uxie's very fast. He has Mega Aerodactyl, so that could be very fast. And he can definitely have some very strong mons in there. But then lastly, we have Weavile. We're running running Extra Belt Weavile with just coverage moves for his team: Ice Shard, Icicle Crash, Knock Off, and Poison Jab. And the Weavile set's gonna come into play a little later on in the match. But let's get right into this match here. So he's gonna lead off with his Machamp, as I'm gonna lead off with my Rotom here. I'm just gonna go for a safe Volt Switch, because I know I'm Scarfed and I'm faster than it without a doubt, because I am max speed. So I go into Togekiss, as he's going to go for a Toxic, which is really good play on his part there, because he knew that I wouldn't go into Excadrill, just because he could have clicked Dynamic Punch and Excadrill would have been gone. So definitely very good of him to click the Toxic there. So now he's going to switch out. He's going to go into his Uxie as I click the Air Slash, and that doesn't do that much, showing that he may have some bulk on this Uxie here. So I'm going to switch out, go into my Rotom again, as Uxie goes for Rocks. I'm trying to hinder my Weavile and such, so I'm going to Volt Switch out. I'm going to go into my Excadrill here, as Uxie is going to go for Hidden Power, presumably Hidden Power Fire? That's what I'm guessing, maybe Hidden Power Water to hit the Rotom, or something along those lines. But he's going to switch out here. I'm going to go for the Earthquake. Earthquake does bit more than a third to this Blastoise, but he does reveal to be a defensive variant. So I'm going to switch out here, go into the Abomasnow, and get up Hale, as he's going to go for Aura Sphere, probably predicting that. Good prediction on his part here. So now I have a bit of a situation here. Do I go for Wood Hammer to try to get damage on whatever possible, or do I just because I feel like because he sees from the Aura Sphere roll that he could switch out. I mean that he won't be able to knock me out, and I could kill him with like a Wood Hammer, but that would also kill me. So There's a lot of thought going through this, and um, so the turn ends up going where he switches out, going into his Uxie. I Mega Evolve, and I click Woodhammer. Woodhammer was a safe play. I feel, since each play that I could have went for had a what is it, a downside. So he goes into Heatran here on my Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball being for the Uxie. I probably could have predicted that and went for Earthquake, but then again that would not have been good for me because Uxie probably could have killed me. But that does also make me think that he had HP Water, because if it was HP Fire he would have clicked HP Fire on that turn. So I'm just gonna let him kill off my Abomasnow, and I'm gonna let Beartick in right here. And Beartick, we're gonna click Bulldoze for the Beartick as he goes into the Blastoise here. We're gonna get the speed low. We're gonna get the speed drop on Blastoise. I know we outspeed because of the speed drop. So I'm gonna go for Night Slash, which is the best move I can have for this thing. He goes for Aura Sphere, does 38% to me, which is about half my health. And then I go for Night Slash again, and he's gonna go for Aura Sphere again, but he gets the low roll, which is kind of unfortunate because I get to put more damage on this Blastoise. But it doesn't matter in the long run, and I'll show why later on in this match. But I'm gonna go for Night Slash once again. I get the crit this time, but it's not enough to knock him out. He's gonna go for Scald, possibly thinking I may have switched out to the Rotom or something. So here I'm gonna go into Excadrill now, as he is going to switch out into his Bulu. As I click the Earthquake there, just to make a safe play. Now this turn is super important because here, hold on, still going through grassy terrain, everything like that. But this turn is super important because he could either be adamant and I kill him with an Iron Head, or he can be jolly and I could kill him with a and he would kill me probably with a Woodhammer because Bulu is just really strong. And I feel like the way he switched in I feel like based on what happened with Uxie, I feel like he felt that I was a defensive drill and that he would be able to outspeed me and do a lot with a Woodhammer. No matter what his set was, he was doing a lot to me with Woodhammer. There's no denying that. So I felt like because I knew I was speed creeping this, I could take advantage of him thinking that I'm defensive and with no speed, and I can just click the Iron Head and I knock him out, which this turn is absolutely huge for us because that takes away one of his biggest offensive threats on this team. I know he still has Machamp, he still has Heatran, but that takes away one of his biggest offensive threats on his team and really helps me out this game. So Bulu goes down, and now he's going to switch into his Machamp here, which is gonna force me out. I did some calcs there, but it does force me out. He's gonna go for the Dynamic Punch, which is an obvious play on his part. And now I'm a bit low here, so definitely I'm gonna try to go for the Roost. It doesn't seem like he has Stone Edge on this Machamp, so he's gonna switch out. He's gonna go into Heatran. I'm gonna go for the Roost here, and then now I'm gonna reveal. I believe it's this turn that I reveal it. Yeah, I do reveal. I go for Hidden Power Ground, which shows me that he is defensive, and he sets up a sub. But I'm able to break the sub with a Hidden Power Ground if I'm able to hit it again. So I get hit with Confusion there, which is a bit unfortunate for us, because if I didn't get hit with Confusion there, I would have been able to break his sub. He would have been able to kill me most likely because of Toxic, but then I wouldn't have taken that Confusion damage, so who knows what would have happened there. I probably would have still died from his Lava Plume, but I do get out here, I break the sub, and I am able. Well, oh yeah, right, because I do have to do the thing. I could have killed him with that, so it was important to that extent, but then now we are able to just switch freely into Excadrill here, and now I'm going to. He's going to switch out. He's going to go into his Blastoise to sack it off, which is a good play on him. I just click Earthquake, and that's the reason that that everything that happened with the Blastoise didn't quite matter, because no matter what, Excadrill did outspeed this because he was a defensive variant, so I would be able to knock him out with an Earthquake no matter what. So Blastoise goes down, and now he's going to switch into Machamp again. Machamp is really being a big threat here. I'm going to switch out, go into Rotom. Rotom's the only thing on the team that can really kind of take a Dynamic Punch at this point. Well, barely, because leaves me at 3% here. And now he goes for the Bullet Punch. He does have Bullet Punch, so good prep on him. So I'm forced into Weavile right here. And this creates another turn of very important decisions, because after doing calcs, I found that I could kill this thing with an Icicle Crash plus Earthquake from Excadrill. Now that's important here, because if Excadrill gets that off, we have a chance of winning the game right from there. But then if Weavile is able to flinch to the first Icicle Crash and then land the second one, then that's really good for us, because then Weavile will probably die to the Heatran, but the Excadrill can come in on the Heatran and put in a lot of work there. So we could have won the game there from right there. But he decides to make the play and switch out into his Uxie here to just sack it off. And I do miss the Icicle Crash, which would have sucked if he stayed in and clicked like Dynamic Punch. So I could just go for Ice Shard just to be safe. Take that thing out. He's gonna go back in. He's gonna go into his Aerodactyl here actually, and I'm gonna click the Ice Shard, which does a lot of damage to him. And now he's going to click Earthquake, and I do live the Earthquake. And this is cool because now I can take out this Aerodactyl. But he's actually gonna switch out. He's gonna go into his Heatran. I click Ice Shard, but see and what I brought up before about my Weavile set is that I had Poison Jab over Low Kick for Heatran, which I really should have brought Low Kick in hindsight, because that could have killed right here, and that would have really helped me out in the long run. Because the best move I have to hit this thing right now is Knock Off. So I click Knock Off, and he lives on 5%, which is really unfortunate for us, and that loses us the game because Machamp is at too high of a health to be able to be knocked out by Excadrill. So Excadrill right here, we click Earthquake, we knock out the Heatran. If he would have switched into Machamp, the only way he could have choked that was that if he switched into Machamp right there. But now he's gonna go into Machamp. I click Earthquake here. I could have tried with the Iron Head flinches, but I felt like that wasn't going to be worth it. And he goes for the Dynamic Punch, and we do lose the game 2-0. Another really close game of the EBT. That just shows how good their coaches are in this season of EBT. So definitely very solid game to Money Guy. We do lose. Now we are now 1-3, I believe, -6 differential, which isn't the worst in the world. We're having a bunch of close games because we kind of evened out. Week 2 kind of evened out our week 1, and then we've just had close games from there on out. So hopefully next week we can pick up a win. But that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you all next time.